Welcome to Dr. Rotz's laboratory. I'm your host, Dr. Rotz. And as always, I'm joined by my assistant, Larry, and our house band, Dead Cassette. This episode, we're going to face death and discuss the 2000 hit, Final Destination. Let's fly on over to Dead Cassette for a quick synopsis.
A group of high school students on a trip to Paris is sidelined after one of them has a vision of their fiery demise. Having escaped death once, he's tracking the survivors down to their final destination.
Final Destination is loaded with a late 90s, early 2000s cast to die for. The movie stars Devon Sawa, Ali Larter, Kerr Smith, and Sean William Scott, better known as the Stiffmeister. I highly enjoyed the premise of this one, and clearly a lot of people did as well, considering there are 4 sequels. Who would have thought that cheating death would become such a common occurrence? Not this doctor. That theme in this one is good enough to pass for this pseudo-teen slasher. And the death scenes are well planned, with some being quite disturbing, depending on your taste, of course. Hell, the death scenes are pretty much the highlight of the film, and the preceding 4 movies. They're actually very intricate, where entire set pieces are used to torment the unknowing victims, which is more than can be said for your typical run-of-the-mill slasher. Let's take off to Larry for his interpretation. Final Destination brings together high schoolers and death. It's kind of a friendship movie if you think about it, and it's about appreciating the time left that we have here, be it long or short. Now it's time for Brain Matter, where I inject useless information about the movie into that noggin of yours.
Please, no. No!
1. The story for Final Destination was an original concept for an X-Files episode that was never used. 2. Claire's cabin was also the cabin from Lake Placid. 3. The music played throughout the movie was by John Denver, who just so happened to die in a plane crash. This is actually noted in the film by Devon Sawa's character, early while he's taking a dump. Now we're gonna soar back over to Larry for his one-liner. And I know it's not properly titled.
It's Larry's one-liner.
What's the last thing to go through a bog's mind as it hits a windshield? It's butt.
Now for my favorite segment, Toe Tags, where I read to you actual taglines from the movie. Death is the final destination. Boarding starts now. Face your deepest fears before they face you. Death doesn't take no for an answer. Now it's come for my final thoughts on Final Destination. It's a solid start to a franchise. The high point of the movie being the elaborate death scenes. So, if you happen to have an hour and 38 minutes of your day, I highly recommend watching this one, which isn't something that can be said for the sequels. It's a fun premise that keeps you guessing as to who's going to live and who's going to die. On the boob scale, it's another round of zeros. Unfortunately, death doesn't reap any ladies while their fun bags are on display. On the violence scale, it's only getting a 5 out of 10. There are quite a few deaths in the movie, but the gore on the screen isn't overwhelming. And overall, I'm giving Final Destination 7 out of 10 Grim Reapers. That's all for this episode. Be sure to become a patient by subscribing to the channel. Until next time, good night, good fright. Be careful with lurks when you turn out the lights.